Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Mr. Worldwide.
Stop it. Get some help.
Soap opera. We're talking about another one. There's an eyelash in my eyeball. Anyways, we're talking about Another World. It is a soap opera that aired on NBC from May 4th, Star Wars Day, 1964, to June 25th of 1999, and was created by Erna Phillips, who is more well known for making Gilding Light and I don't know what else. Set in the fictional town of Bay City, the series originally opened with announcer Bill Wolfe, that's his name, Bill Wolfe, annotating its epigram. Words are fancy, I've learned on this channel. Words are very fancy. We do not live in this world alone, but in 1,000 other worlds. Which, according to the creator, Erna Phillips, she said it represented the difference between the world of events we live in and the world of feelings and dreams we strive for. I mean, it does help that the show focused less on the conventional drama of domestic life as seen in other soap operas, and more on exotic melodrama between families and different classes and philosophies. Strap in. This is the seatbelt thing? Strap in. We are in for something else, bro. In 1964, Another World was the first soap opera to talk about, the A word. I can't say it on YouTube. I can give you like an analogy. You know a coat hanger? We'll leave it at that.
Stop it. Get some help.
But I know what you're thinking, Amy, why is it such a big deal that they're the first soap opera to talk about something like that? Well, because back then it was still taboo to like mention it on TV. Well, I don't know about still. I mean, back then you just couldn't talk about stuff like that on TV. It's also the very first soap opera to even do crossovers. I mentioned in my last soap opera video that One Life to Live crossed over with General Hospital and All My Children, like they're all connected and stuff like that. But this was the very first soap opera to do it, because there was a character from Gilding Light who would sometimes come to Bay City, which is where the show takes place in. Mike Bauer from Gilding Light. Also created by Erna Phillips. Sometimes, when you make soap operas, they gotta connect in one way or another. So not only was the show the first to do those two things, but it was also the first soap opera to expand to 1 hour, then to 90 minutes, and then back to an hour. And not only that, I know, a lot of firsts for the soap opera, but this was also the first soap opera to launch 2 spin-off shows that are actually on this list. I kept them separate, though, because it would make this video longer, and I didn't want the video to be long. Even though my Dynasty video is 1 hour, it's Dynasty. What do you want from me? Also, technically, there's this soap opera called Lovers and Friends, also on my list, that is technically a spin-off of Another World, but they eventually renamed it to For Richer, For Poorer. I don't know why. But anyways, in April 12th of 1999, NBC announced that it was canceling the show, and its final episode aired on June 25th, 1999, and then it was soon replaced with a soap opera that, oh my god, is that next episode? No, it's not. Oh my god, imagine. Passions. Passions replaced the show, but it's not the next on the list. Not at all. And it actually came out on July 5th of 1999. Now, if you think we're done with this video, no, we're not. There's still a lot to talk about. Now, I cut my finger today cutting lettuce. I know, dumbass, so I can't really snap my fingers that well. So I'm gonna use my other hand, which I don't practice with this hand that much, but I still need to do a transition, so. In 1963, NBC approached PGP, the Procter & Gamble production, about Erna Phillips creating a new serial for them. She decided to base it on the concept of living not only in real life, but simultaneously living in an alternate world of hopes and desires. Attorney Mitchell Drew, played by Jeffrey Lum, who had previously been a character on As the World Turns, became a character on Another World during the early years of the program from 1964 to 1971. 2 other characters from another soap opera on CBS, The Gilding Light, attorney Mike Bauer and his daughter Hope, did cross over in 1966, remained for a year before returning to The Gilding Light. Expectations were so high that Another World had 6 weeks of commercial time sold in advance. Now, since As the World Turns and Another World were basically airing at the same time, they both heard about the death of JFK, the assassination, because it was live when it was happening. So, on November 22nd, 1963, a group of executives, which included executive producer Alan M. Potter and director Tom Donovan, met at the VMLY&R ad agency, which I'm not going to read out the whole thing, but basically a marketing and communications thing. They met up in New York to discuss the show's opening story, the death of William Matthews, when they heard the news of another death in Dallas, which is, of course, JFK. After opening with a death in the core Matthews family, Erna planned to follow up with an out-of-wedlock pregnancy, a septic A-word, a shooting, and a murder trial. As Alan M. Potter explained, Erna just didn't want to take a chance on waiting for the ratings. She felt that with this kind of showy story, she could build an audience more quickly, said Tom Donovan. In construction, Erna was attempting to follow the structure of As the World Turns. Erna would never conceive of a story not based on a family. On April 12, 1999, as part of a shakeup of the network's daytime and early morning schedules, in which NBC also canceled NBC's News at Sunrise, with newcomer Early Today replacing it as the network's early morning newscast, and picked up some of the daytime talk show Later Today, which is a short-lived spinoff of Today, in exchange for the withdrawal of the talk show Lisa, which was renewed from 1999 to 2000 season, and subsequently sold into first-run syndication from the network's schedule. Why did I say all that? What does it have to do with the show? Well, because NBC announced it was not going to renew Another World for another season, ending the series' run of 35 years once the show's previous renewal agreement ended that June. Many reasons abounded for the cancellation of the show, in case you're wondering, with one of the more notable events occurring in the summer of 1998. The network's San Francisco affiliate at the time, Cron TV, now a CW owned and operated station, actually owned by CW? Holy shit, it is. Anyways, it was at the time one of NBC's highest rated stations, and it stopped airing the show altogether to air the syndicated Howie Mandel show in its time slot, leaving Days of Our Lives and Sunset Beach as the only NBC soap operas that the station cleared on its schedule, and resulting in additional erosion of the program's already below mediocre ratings. Independent station KICU-TV picked up the show and aired it for the rest of its run, with NBC logo bugs and end-credit vocal network promotions removed, but the series still experienced a steep ratings decline in the Bay Area market, as Cron refused to guide viewers to the program's new home. I just want to point out that the Howie Mandel show, that Cron was so focused on, pumping out, was canceled in 1999 April. The show came out in 1998 in June and ended in April 1999, so they really didn't need to do that. They didn't have to do it like that. So the show spawned two spin-offs that are actually going to be videos soon, Somerset and Texas. In the 1970s, the two shows were known as Another World Bay City and Another World Somerset before they got their own names, so it's the little things that count. Also, there was one primetime special that aired in 1972 called Another World Summer Desire, and I actually didn't know about this until now. I feel bad. Oh, sorry. I was eating. I figured I'd have a little break because we're at the end of the video now, so we have air times to discuss, because this video doesn't really feel right. While individual NBC affiliates had the right to air any show whenever they wished, most of the affiliates, almost all of them in the earlier days of TV, aired the show when it would be transmitted to networks' direct affiliates. On March 5th, 1979, the show moved to 90 minutes, making it the first soap opera to do so, like I mentioned before. But then the show moved back to 60 minutes on August 1st of 1980. 1980. August 1st. John Lennon was still alive. Didn't even shoot him yet.
It's gonna be quite a different place with him gone, that's for true.
Anyways, in the mid to late 1990s, when Another World was in its final ratings slump, many affiliates swapped Another World's time slot with Days of Our Lives, the most popular soap opera, and also usually aired an hour earlier. Whatever. Other affiliates transferred Another World to their morning schedule, and one station, KXAS, aired Another World on a different local channel, KXTX, that had different programming and promotion agreement with KXAX for... I'm finally done, bro. Alright, that was the whole video. Now, scheduling. It's a thing, right? And I want to address some things. I already made it into a community post. Well, not a community post, but you know what I mean. I made it into a post on YouTube that Marble Hornets has come out with a new series called Rosewood, and I'm waiting for more, but so far they did release the third episode 6 days ago for Rosewood, the new series, and I really want to make a video about it. Oh, I'm excited. I'm living through Marble Hornets. Now, technically speaking, I lived through Marble Hornets, but I didn't know about Marble Hornets back then, you know. And also, when they first started, I was 2. I was 2 years old when the first ever Marble Hornets episode came out. So, or wait. Shit, no, wait. It doesn't matter. The point is, I was a kid when Marble Hornets came out, and I was in I was in elementary school when it ended, is my main point, and now I get to live through it again. If Rosewood gets a To the Arc thing too, it's gonna be crazy. The main point I'm getting is that there will be a video about Rosewood, just not quite yet because there's a schedule to upkeep, you know. Maybe if I stop making thumbnails, I'll have peace. Actually, if I stop making tabs, I'll have peace. Sorry, I was looking at my... I don't know, I sometimes look weird in certain camera angles. Looks like I got like a Liam Gallagher going on. I mean, to be fair, I kind of do, but you can't see it, so like, I just feel it. I'm talking about you, Liam. I love you, Noel.
You are the one who lets me fly so high. You are the